Hayward. I'm the project manager of Huddersfield Rugby League A Lasting Legacy, which is the heritage project that's been put together to celebrate and record the history of rugby league in Huddersfield. Tonight, the 23rd of October 2013, is the launch event of the exhibition. We've got lots of artefacts loaned by scores of people, all about Huddersfield Rugby League, which includes 11 cabinets with 8 of which tell the history of the Huddersfield Club. There's 1 on women in rugby league and 2 on the local amateur game. We've also got a DVD playing a loop of archive footage. We've got audio recordings. Upstairs we've got a gallery of 40 framed pictures and 5 additional cabinets with larger items that we couldn't fit in the cabinets down here. The earliest artefact we've got is from 1881, which is a membership card for the Huddersfield Club. And the most recent artefact we've got is a champagne bottle signed by Luke Robinson for winning the Man of the Match award for the playoff match in 2013 against Hull.
Huddersfield and Rugby League go together, as you'll see from this great exhibition. And when you go around it, I think you'll realise that you're not just looking at an exhibition about rugby league. You're not just even looking at an exhibition about the giants and their predecessors. You're looking at an exhibition that tells a history and the story of a town and its community, and the joy and the hope and sometimes the despair that 13 players and an oval ball can bring to a community and its people. Thank you.
I've always known about Joe Phillips, the grandfather, playing rugby, but that's as far as it ever went, till I started with the family history. Then once we went into the safe, Joe's caps and the medal, which I'd never seen before, up to 18 months ago. The watch belongs to my son. That was given to my son to keep as, what will he be, great-grandson. So they're all in the care of the great-grandsons. And as time went on with the family history, I then, while not being a sportsman, did some research to try and find any reports on Joe in old newspapers, which I've just taken receipt this afternoon of a book. I've put together a book of old newspaper cuttings, including Joe's birth, marriage, death certificate, census and things like this, and I've just taken receipt of it. I've had 6 done for the 3 granddaughters. I've enjoyed doing it very much because it's history, it's local history and it's family history. And unfortunately, with the speed of things today, family history is getting run over, it's getting ignored.
On a Saturday, he used to do it on a Saturday lunchtime. He used to deliver the coat for us, and as far as I know, Russell Pepperell was his mate, but it's going back a long way. Yeah, and then go and play. Rugby.
The exhibition covers several aspects of social history as they affected rugby league. So we've got right at the very outset of the game how Acts of Parliament which reduced working hours and freed up Saturday afternoons led to the birth of clubs. We've got in the women's section the influence of the suffragettes in women's helping to accelerate the development of women's sport around 1900. We've got World War I in 2 or 3 places in the exhibition, again accelerating women's sport as they proved they could do men's jobs in the factories and the farms, but also the impact on the club, which lost 2 players in World War I. And we've got the medal over there of Fred Longstaff, who was killed on the Somme in 1916 at the age of 25. World War II, again we've got the commemorative booklet and match programme for Herbert Sherwood. The club raised £488 for his family after he died in Rio de Janeiro in action during World War II in 1943. And later on we've got the decline of the Huddersfield Club from the 60s to the 90s, when it almost went out of existence. in parallel with the economic decline of industry in the area and the factory worker fan base that the club had in the 60s. So it's an exhibition for historians, for rugby fans. We're going to be writing schools trails at Key Stage 2 and Key Stage 3 to encourage schools to visit the museum and learn what the Huddersfield Club in particular, but also Rugby League, has meant to this town, because as the birthplace of the game, it's still the centre that people come to when the Australians and the New Zealanders who are here for the World Cup come to England. They come to Huddersfield as the birthplace of the game. We're very grateful to the Huddersfield Club for allowing us to adapt the club's logo and to replace Big G, the club's mascot, with Harold Wagstaff, who is the club's greatest ever player. And below Harold here we've got a full list of acknowledgements of everybody who's contributed to this project in some way, either loaning material, conducting an interview for us, providing information for us. Some people on here have just sent us artefacts and photographs from afar. We'd like to say a big thank you particularly to the Heritage Lottery Fund, which has funded our entire project, including this exhibition, and also to Larchwood Care Homes, who've been our private sponsors, and to Kirklees for allowing us to stage the exhibition in one of the district's museums. We're hoping to get a lot of publicity for this exhibition because we think it looks special, and the number of artefacts in it and the type of artefacts we've got are very special. We'd like recognition and publicity so that the Rugby League fans of the area flock to come and see it over the next 6 months. One of the items that we've got is Peter Ramsden's Lance Todd Trophy for winning the Man of the Match award in the 1953 Challenge Cup final. That's only been recently rediscovered because of this exhibition. His family thought it had been stolen when his house was burgled in 1988. We're looking through some boxes to find some of his items for the exhibition, and by chance at the bottom of a box came across his Lance Todd Trophy and Rose Bowl. As Peter is the youngest ever winner of the Lance Todd Trophy, it's a very special rediscovery. Local people would learn about the history and heritage of Rugby League in Huddersfield and what it's meant to the town over many decades. One of the earliest items we've got is from 1890, which is some sheet music that was written to celebrate Huddersfield winning the 1890 Yorkshire Cup, the first cup the club ever won. Next to the sheet music is a postcard with a tram illuminated in large letters with the words "Hurrah for the Claret and Gold." And just listening to the music and reports of everybody in the town going around humming and singing this tune at the time, it just tells you what Rugby League, or Northern Union, or Rugby Union as it was then, meant to the people of Huddersfield. The photographs of Fartown with the crowds massed around the terraces just shows the passion that people had for Huddersfield and for their club and what it meant to represent their town in that way.